Suzanne, thank you. Good morning, distinguished veterans, Minister Stockwell Day, Minister John Baird, Member of Parliament Royal Galpo, Senator Coy, General Latinchuk, Mr. Dutrich and Mr. Henderson, Ms. Sweet, Mr. Mills, Mr. May, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Madame and Monsieur, Je suis honoré d'être ici. It's truly an honor to be here this morning to pay tribute to a group of extraordinary men and women whose stories of sacrifice and survival still inspire our nation. And it is an honor to be with you for the unveiling of what is truly a unique and remarkable gift of remembrance. Almost 7 decades ago, 1976 ordinary Canadians sailed halfway around the globe. No idea of what fate awaited them. They knew only that the world was calling, and they were prepared to answer. Because that is the Canadian way, always has been, always will be. Almost 7 decades later, we can only try to imagine what they endured in the Battle of Hong Kong, how they found the strength to stand up to relentless Japanese invasion with few supplies and no backup. And we struggle to imagine how those who did survive the fierce fighting and did survive were also then able to endure almost 4 years as prisoners of war in some of the most cruel and desperate conditions possible. Because when we speak of the horrors of war, the brutality of war, the inhumanity of war, this is a definitive story. Looking back, we have the benefit of knowing that the Second World War began in 1939 and ended on VJ Day, August the 15th, 1945. And we know that 290 Canadians died during the Battle of Hong Kong. 493 others were wounded. We also know that 260 Canadians died in prisoner of war camps, where they're subjected to forced labor, to torture, and to starvation by their captors. We know all of this because of the advantages of hindsight. But close to 70 years ago, these brave young men and women could not know and did not know how it would all end, or even whether it would end. What they did know, of course, is that they were willing to endure. They didn't know if they would live or die, whether our allies would win or lose, or would they ever see their loved ones again. And yet they found the strength to carry on. They clung to their faith that they would survive, even as they said goodbye to yet another friend. They struggled to make it through each day, even when the only reward was to wake up to another bleak day. These are the individual and untold stories that our written history cannot record, have gone unrecorded, that we can never truly understand. We only know that without any doubt that these 1976 courageous Canadians have earned their place among our truest heroes. And that is why we're here today. To remember their service, to remember their bravery and their sacrifice. We're here today because we have a solemn responsibility to remember and to honor these men and women who gave up the safety of Canada, the comfort of their homes, their families, the arms of loved ones, to defend our shared values of freedom, democracy, and the rule of law. And most of all, we are here today to make sure that future generations will never forget. With the unveiling of this memorial wall, 1,976 remarkable Canadians will live on in all of those who pass this way. That is the promise that our veterans here from the Battle of Hong Kong made so many years ago. This is the promise that they made. Even in the difficult times you faced when you returned home, you promised never to forget those who were left behind. You made a vow never to forget those who lie buried on foreign soil, not far from where they fell. And you have kept that promise. And I truly believe that when the day is over, and you have the chance tonight to explore the silence, the solitude of your own thoughts, and you have the chance to listen closely, you will hear the distant voices of your fallen comrades. They'll be saying to you, thank you. Thank you for today. Thank you for your gift of remembrance, lest we forget. Merci.